Continuing, Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, סימן, חוב הלכה י' זין, הלכה טוב תמוז, שבוס בתמוז, הלכה י' זין, שכחה פרוטס טוב, halacha of a soma getting an aliyah, a blind person, saginar, someone that has a lot of light. We are right now in a matzav of saginar in this chayshach galus, very, very stark Indian over here. Soma noyig l'kreisei, the halacha is that a blind person, we're noyig to give him an aliyah. Even though that dvarim shebeksav is also is forbidden to say about pet. So how could a soma get an aliyah? He's not allowed to read Torah shebeksav about pet. So he says, and nevertheless, nowadays, because he's reading it with balkeira, it is mutter. Talmud Chacham Yam Haretz. The Stoma Yachol Kreisi Makeide. We're not medayik if he's a Amaretz or a Talmud Chacham. Minastam he could read it together with the Balkeide. Minastam, so we give him the aliyah. Halacha Yudches Mero La Teire Laha Makam Shire Imhero Laha Oidle. If the person that's getting the aliyah, they showed him where to kiss, the aliyah we kiss in the beginning and the end in the beginning. You start the aliyah, you take the gartel, if somebody's married, he has a talus, and he kisses the place where we read from to where he finishes. So, if they showed him where the aliyah starts and where the aliyah ends, Elo, shemakim, achet צריכה להיות bench like his bench aligned like his. If he kissed the place and he said the brachas, but they realized that what it's the wrong place. The lacha says there's sai if they started to read, sai if they didn't start to read, depends. If the place, they don't have to be they don't have to goylo the sefer Torah, they don't have to roll the sefer Torah. The place that he's gonna read, even though the place where he thought he's going to read isn't the right place, but the place that he's supposed to read, the right place, is open in front of him. Even if the place where he's going to kiss is on another column, which means he has to read the Torah from a different column, so he kissed the wrong place. Nevertheless, because it's open in front of him, after where he touched with the garland or the talus, after, not above, it's after, it's or below or on the next column. So the din is he doesn't have to make another bracha on the berichas Torah. He saw it open in front of him, it's fine, you continue, you could read from where you're supposed to read, even though where he kissed and he made the bracha wasn't on the exact place. Kol's man, that the place he's going to read is open in front of him. La'achar, after, not la'mayla, not before, but it's after where he kissed, even if it's on the next column. If it's open in front of him, he doesn't have to make another bracha. He could read, the balkeira could read the Torah. Because he had a kavanah to read where he's supposed to read the right place, and everything's open in front of him. However, if the place that you're supposed to read is not open in front of him, you have to be begoiled the sefer Torah. So when he made the bracha, when he kissed, it wasn't machlal in front of him. Or even if we say that what it is open in front of him, but what it's above, it's lamayla, it's before where he kissed the place in the sefer Torah. He has to come back and make the bracha asher bachar banu, the bracha of hasher bachar banu avol. However, baruch loy oimer shenis, baruch es Hashem averech. He doesn't have to say it again. He just says from the bracha of baruch ata Hashem. We started from the bracha of hasher bachar banu. But before he says the bracha again, he says Baruch Shem. On the first bracha that he made, but if he realized after he said the first three words of the bracha, Baruch Atah Hashem, that it's the wrong place, so he ends off with the words Lamdeini Chukecha, because that is a full pasuk in Tehillim in Kuf Tes. Lamdeini Chukecha, Yisayim V'im, Amakom Shutarach L'Greis, U'Lamayla Amakom Shutarach. And again, we say that what if the place that he's going to read is Lamayla, Lamayla and the Makam where he showed him. It's above, it's before the place where he is supposed to read, where he made the brachas. So then the halacha says like this, then he makes a bracha avol. Imhu samach ba'ivin sheyach l'kreis eloi. Gam shloisha psukim b'makam sheberach v'l'halan ha'koyel u'parsha yem yasakein v'lo yivad hashenis. Again, and if it is in the parsha sayim, and it is 3 psukim, the Maila, if it's above where he's supposed to read, and it's only 3 psukim away, so there's this idea of connected, it's connected to where he kissed, 3 psukim, so he doesn't have to go back and make the brachas another time. But if it was more than 3 psukim the Maila, even if it's Gali V'yadu Lefanov, he knows he's going to read, he had in mind because it's above, and he didn't have it in, it wasn't koil, it's the maila from where he kissed. If it could be even on top of the amud or the amud before, it's not good enough. Continues in Allah Yutas and he says, a minimum of an aliyah is 3 psukim, which means a minimum of a kriyas ha-Torah, if you want to make a kriya, it has to be 10 psukim, and each aliyah has to be 3 psukim. So you do 3, and the shlishi gets 4 psukim. Kroisoi, l'chalapach, shloisha psukim, sheni v'chamishi, chayim v'shabos b'mincha, sheni v'chamishi, shabos b'mincha, tzarich l'grois l'chulon l'chalapachis, sara psukim, yesh l'grois l'shlishi, arba psukim, di'evet, Im lo yikaru l'kulon elo tisha psukim shloisha t'chalecha d'yatsu. The chalapach is 10, but the evid if they did 9, which means each person got 3. It's yaitze ubepurim on the kriya of purim she'ein kaidin l'kulon elo tisha psukim zel mishum the salik inyana, and purim the kriya is 9 psukim because the inyan is finished. The parsha, the inyan of the kriya is finished. That's why over there it's lachatchila dafke 9 psukim. Lachachav ha'koyda b'toyda lo yisayim b'makam shelo yishar misham an da parsha da hainu psucha oy stuma shloisha psukim l'chol ha'pachos. In the Torah, in the Chumash, if you ever realize there's a pei and a samach, psucha or stuma. There's a pei and a samach where each pei and a samach is the end. There's a psucha or a stuma in the Chumash. Over there, the parsha finishes, starts. This is the idea of a parsha from where to where in the Torah is by the peis and the samach. Now, if somebody reads in the Torah, he says like this: he should not finish in the 3 psukim of a pei or a samach. You should at least or go all the way to the pei or the samach, or 3 psukim before the pei and the samach, not 2 or 1. You should read till the pei or the samach, or at least 3 psukim before it, not in 3 psukim to the pei or the samach, a psucha or a stuma. Hakoyda b'toyda lo yisayim b'makam shelo yishar misham ad parsha. He shouldn't go into the 3 psukim of the end of the parsha. The hainu psucha yustuma shloisha psukim l'chol ha'pachis, at least. Im kvar beirach la'achar shesim ha v'pachis shloisha psukim tzamah l'parsha. If, however, he stopped in the 3 psukim before the end of the parsha and he made the bracha, so keirach rav eini tzarich lahatzchil pasuk shel lefanov. The next person that gets the Aliyah, he could continue from where the person stopped, even though he didn't do the way he's supposed to. He ended off over here in a stickle Shaila. He didn't go all the way to the end of the parsha, or at least 3 psukim. So the next person that goes up could read at least 3 psukim. He finished in the 3 psukim. So the next person, he says, should go up, continue. When he continues into the next parsha, he should do 3 psukim. From the next parsha, so the idea here, he's telling you that before the pair the samach, or after the pair the samach, or you read all 3 psukim, before or after, or you don't read at least 3 psukim before or after. Once he goes into the next parsha, he reads 3 psukim. Parsha shem elo shnei psukim. A parsha, for example, that I was only in it 2 psukim from one pay to the next pay. In the middle, there's only 2 psukim. Mutar lahafzik shom. You're allowed to stop over there. It's a parsha for itself. It's an Indian for itself. Pasuk. However, here's the chiddush. In this week's parsha, you have in the beginning of the parsha, in Parshas Pinchas, a pay in the middle of the pasuk. If you have a psiki be'emtza pasuk, you go in between Parshas Pinchas, mutar l'sayim afilu pasuk asamach lo. You're allowed to finish even in the close pasuk to it. There's a pay in the middle of the parsha in the pasuk. At the end of the pasuk, he says, "Afilu pasuk asamach lo." You're allowed to stop right there. It's a great chiddush. V'chein continues in halacha chaf aleph. Lo yaschil b'pachos mishloisha psukim la'achar aschalos haparsha. V'lochein ze shelifonov lo yisayim b'pasuk shloisha psukim la'achar aschalos haparsha. A person shouldn't start in less than 3 psukim after the beginning of the parsha, which means the person that goes up in front of him, before him, he shouldn't stop in the 3 psukim after the beginning of the parsha. He should say at least 3 psukim after they start the parsha, and the next person continues from there. Again, the 3 psukim, you have to be careful that before the pair of the samach or after the pair of the samach, you don't finish in those 3 psukim. Or you don't read those 3 psukim, or you go till the end of the parsha. Not to make shilas of the next person when he goes up to get his Aliyah. A person should have in mind. It's important that the Balkeda, when he starts and he ends the kriya, it should be dafkin a davar tov and not a hepech, to start and end the kriya with a good inyan. Adkan halacha of base.